We've all been to psychics or a place where we get a tarot card or a hand reading, and it seems like they know about our lives. They know about where you've been, what we're doing, and possibly even where we're going. So I just want to touch on that because it'll basically shut down the whole psychic and demonic world when it comes to revelation through diabolical energy and contrary mediums that are different and not a part of the kingdom of God. The familiarity of the knowledge that they get and they relate to you comes from actual familiar spirits. This is why many generational psychics speak with diabolical angelic beings and have actually made contracts with them that can't even be passed down through their bloodlines. And this is how they receive their information. Many people are very surprised to hear that the diabolical world has contracts. Contracts are very, very important and very, very big in the spiritual dimension, period. Every human being has been assigned a spiritual being who documents and takes note of what happens in their lives day to day. This is basic protocol in the spirit, and this will help and support the purpose of the contracts that earthly beings and spiritual beings make in the diabolical world. Everything in the world, there's a counterfeit. It's the same thing in the spiritual world. The act of counterfeitism is exactly what Satan strives to be known for. He mimics and wants to imitate and be like God. And guess what? God has allowed this to happen. God keeps his records in the book of life and other books that are relevant to the Ark Covenant. And it records all the works and all the actions that we execute. And likewise, Satan has his records. And his purpose for this is for destruction. That's it. His account, this is what psychics are actually downloading and actually getting information from. It's a demonic spirit simply telling the psychic information which they have been assigned to record. The device that they get the information from only serves the purpose to lead you further astray. In a nutshell, psychics do not have any revelatory or new information. It's basically deductions on what they've already seen. They are simply relaying to you what they download from the demonic realm. Familiar spirits can make an account of what you have done in your life. They also come in the form of someone you know, like a deceased loved one, your mom, dad, grandmother, whoever. These are not the dead, but these are simply diabolical spirits. These spirits know who you know. They know what you've done and where you've been. In summary, they know only what can be seen or what has been done already in the earth realm. What they do not know is where you're going and anything involving your future. These spirits are not omnipotent like God. They only know what they have witnessed in your past, things that you've already lived out, things that you've already experienced, situations that you've already been through, events that's happened in your life. And from here, they make logical deductions. It is easy for a familiar or a diabolical angelic spirit to give information as your deceased grandmother, husband, or father. They simply make an account of all that information when they were assigned to you. They were assigned by the kingdom of darkness to record. They may send dreams, visions, and information through deceased people because they know you. They've already been writing a script on recording your life since you've been born. They know what you like, what you don't, and what you've been through. This is how they simply make the deductions of what will happen in the future whenever you consult a psychic or anybody who is predicting your future. In the earth realm, a body or a human being is required to animate destiny. Destiny is where you end up based on decisions. People like to think that destiny is simply what happens to you in your life. But it's not. It's about you, your free will, and where you decide to end up. Purpose is what you've been created by the divine to execute in your time in this dimension. The enemy does not know your destiny, and they do not know your purpose. Just like in the biblical story of Saul, when he consulted the medium for advice, they can only tell you a partial truth. They can clearly do this because of the records that they were assigned to keep on your life. So in the story of Saul, remember, the medium was able to bring up an image of Samuel. It was able to bring up a situation that happened to Saul in the past. And from there, they simply made deductions on his future. And Saul simply executed a self-fulfilling prophecy. He chose to believe, and he fulfilled whatever they said. Don't let evil make a declaration over your life. Divination is just a part of the system that Satan was authorized to create by the Most High. Be smarter than Satan. There are no apparitions, no spirits, no psychic or medium that can tell you or bring you any form of new revelation or bring you any form of healing.